Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
The Keswick Tavern in Keswick, Iowa is the place to be this Saturday night, October 4th, as Cody Hicks will be performing an outdoor show from 8 to 11 p.m. As always, there's no cover charge. Cody is a singer-songwriter from Montezuma playing high-energy country music. Get your friends, get a drink, and hang out this Saturday night with Cody Hicks at the Keswick Tavern. See you then.
Steve Shuttler Media once again proudly presents Pekin High School football live video streams each Friday night this fall with home and away games and the playoffs. Tune in Friday nights for Pekin High School football right here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook, and YouTube. And good evening. Welcome into the Tuesday Night Tune-Up. We are live from your Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch in downtown Oskaloosa, where we always are on Tuesday nights for delicious pizza and chicken. And we do thank the Pizza Ranch for being our host venue. We also thank all of our sponsors like Sigourney Motors, also Nutrient Ag Solutions in Keswick, Copeland Auto Body, James Family Greenhouse, Sinclair Napa, and Sigourney Body Shop. Let's take it to Safe Grafke all by himself. Safe, take it away.
First off, I'm not even going to try to touch that one. And second off, we want to thank all of you for joining us here tonight on TNT, the Tuesday Night Tune-Up. We have a lot of different things to talk about tonight. We need to talk about the Kansas race with NASCAR, the most exciting race they've had all year, Path Valley Raceway or Wreck Valley Raceway, what's going on with the World of Outlaws, and much more coming up on our show. But first off, there's a lot of great deals you can get at the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch. Again, you can come join us here on Tuesday nights for TNT, the Tuesday Night Tune-Ups, live here from the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch, and take advantage of Kids Night here at the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch, where kids 12 and under can eat for free. Thursday nights, you can stop on over and have some delicious wings. If you didn't watch last week's episode, go to the last, 10 minutes of it. You can watch Kyle Harwood and I and Neil and Kyle's boys chow down on some chicken wings and give our honest review of a new wing flavor they have here at the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch. And make sure you guys follow the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch on Facebook for all of their upcoming deals and different things going on here. And we just want to thank again the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch for being our host venue here each and every Tuesday through the month of October. And it's crazy that we are coming to an end of the Tuesday Night Tune-Up, only a few episodes left. So it's been a great year, and we look forward to next year with this. And as we are being thankful for things, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and so we can thank all of our wonderful sponsors that help this show go each and every Tuesday night.
When you need a break, Pizza Ranch is ready. Rough day or good day, sometimes you just need a buffet. And we've got all your favorites always ready to serve. Come to the place that puts a smile on your face. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Hi, I'm Krista Sellers, driver of the 7K Figure 8 race truck. I race at local figure 8 tracks across southern Iowa. One of my good sponsors is CJ at Sigourney Motors. Next time you or someone you know is looking for a good used vehicle or in need of some minor repairs, you can contact CJ at Sigourney Motors. Give them a call at 641-224-8056 or stop by 705 East Jackson Street in Sigourney, Iowa. Hope to see you at the races or at CJ's shop.
At Nutrient Ag Solutions, we are dedicated to your success. We partner with growers like you to expand your possibilities with unparalleled offerings. Your unique challenges are met with more customized solutions than anyone else can offer. With you, we're feeding the future together.
And we thank all of our sponsors again for making our show possible. Tuesday Night Tune-Up coming to you from the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch, as well as Sigourney Motors, Nutrien Ag Solutions in Keswick, Copeland Auto Body, James Family Greenhouse, Sinclair Napa, and Sigourney Body Shop. Let's once again go back to Safe Grafke at the Oski Pizza Ranch.
Alrighty, welcome back, race fans, to TNT, the Tuesday Night Tune-Up. And, of course, it has been a busy weekend in the world of motorsports. And let's kick off with my least favorite series to follow, which is NASCAR. Yes. And finally, they had an exciting race held at Kansas Speedway where late race action happened. Bubba Wallace and Denny Hamlin battling for the lead. So you had Driver and then Boss Man battling it out. Denny Hamlin had no power steering, which is okay in these new cars anyway, it seems. Not too huge of an issue. But they were battling for first, and on the bottom along came the number 9 Kelley Blue Book car of Chase Elliott to pick up a late win there at Kansas Speedway. What a thriller in overtime. So another great win for the Hendrick team and for Chase Elliott, as he has just signed that 4-year, $35 million extension. So I would say that definitely helps out with after signing that extension with Hendrick Motorsports to pick up another win. And it is playoff time for NASCAR, so we'll see how all of that silliness works out, as they have one of the weirdest playoff formats in the history of anything. And yes, winning a stage in NASCAR does count, which is also a weird thing. I really don't know what to say about NASCAR. The future doesn't look honestly that great. A lot of road course stuff, and I think they have some work to do to make their program more exciting. Like racing at Kansas was the most exciting thing that's happened really all year. Do more of that, NASCAR. I don't know what you guys figured out to do there at Kansas. Do more of that. It was cool. And I don't know how much more I can really say about cool NASCAR this year, so maybe try tracks like that. I don't know. Just NASCAR's in a really weird spot, ladies and gentlemen, and for your best race to be in the playoffs is bonkers to me, for the best racing action all year. And then another thing to bring up is what's going to happen to Kyle Busch. He's had a horrible season with Childress Racing. I think they thought bringing him on was going to bring some luck their way, and it didn't do that. So now there's talks of him maybe going to 23 XL Racing. That could be an interesting thing there. I don't know how that's going to play out as well for him. I think just maybe it's time to focus more on the kids and your dirt track racing. He seems to be pretty decent at that, and his boy is definitely a very good racer. So maybe it's time for him to kind of pull the reins back and worry about other things than trying to drive a NASCAR anymore. But that's just my own 2 cents on Kyle Busch there. So now let's talk about the world of dirt track racing, where the High Limit Series went to Pennsylvania, to Spring Run, Pennsylvania, and they decided to run at Path Valley Speedway, a.k.a. now Wreck Valley Speedway, as within 2 heat races, a total of 8 cars got absolutely destroyed. And the feature, one of the statistics from the feature, believe it or not, was that between running 7 laps and all the cautions in the first 7 actual counted green flag laps of the race, it was the equivalent of them running 47 laps. So they had to take a open red flag to refuel the cars after the first few laps. That was a nightmare. Awesome little short track. Pennsylvania, again, rich history for a lot of great sprint car tracks. That was just a very odd deal at Path Valley. A lot of great cars there. You know, you saw some hero stories from like Logan Rumsley, who ended up having a short night. But then Rico Abreu had to take a provisional. At one point, he was on his side. Luckily, the car wasn't hurt too bad, got back over. And that kind of helped shake the points things up and make it even closer than it already was. Brad Sweet was down by 72 points. Now I believe he is 52 points back because he did not end up having a podium finish there with the High Limit Series. Enrico was able to battle through a little bit of lap traffic and stuff. The yellows definitely did not help him. and they didn't help Brad Sweet either. So your podium there was Tanner Thorson, and that was his second official win with the High Limit Series. And then you saw Brady Bacon and Giovanni Selzy. Gio having a great late surge here in the season. That's 3 consecutive podiums for the year for him. Brady Bacon definitely had a great late race charge. Kind of hoping to see the Macho Man pick up a win, but he did not. So like I said, in points now, you still have Rico Abreu, Brad Sweet, Brent Marks, Justin Peck, and now Tanner Thorson gets ahead of Aaron Reitzel a little bit more there with that. And then in owner points, you have Rico, and then you have Aaron Reitzel, Brad Sweet, Clausen Marshall Racing, and Brent Marks as well. So owner points are close as well, not a little closer than your driver points. But again, a great series. They have a lot of great racing left. I believe they have 5 races left. I think this was 46 of 56, or sorry, 46 of 51, I think. So they just have a couple races coming up. World Outlaws, Dave Blaney and Dale Blaney. What can you say about them other than, they tried some weird stuff. They always do some weird setups, and they were able to pick up a win in Ohio against the World Outlaws, and a great race win by those guys there. The Blaney bros always have a little trick up their sleeve, it seems like, to have some ultra-fast cars, just either with a weird cantilever suspension setup, or if you see them like how they had their wings set up, they always are in that kind of innovate and find something different kind of stage. So it's good to see someone other than an outlaw driver win an outlaw race, and that one definitely, the Blaneys deserved it. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the year shakes up with them. Again, David Gravel still the high points man, looking to win another World Outlaw Championship, and that kind of brings me to my next point: is who is going to stay with the World Outlaws next year? Again, High Limit's doing a franchise tag type deal next year, and I believe you're going to see a lot of teams kind of go over to that. It wouldn't really surprise me if you see a Carson Macedo, or potentially maybe even a David Gravel. I think the Outlaws are hurting, and they're going to have to do a lot, but I think some of these guys also know that at the same time. So I think you'll have a few of the strong front runners stay with them to maybe win a points championship. I mean, there is a lot on the line to win a points championship with the World Outlaws. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens after next year. Definitely the pot has been stirred hard this year by the High Limits, and I think next year you're going to see a continuation of that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens the rest of the year and on to next year. And speaking of on to next year, we had some news that Corey Eliason is going to be finishing out the year for KCP Racing. They had Emerson Axum driving that car for a little bit, and it was Emerson's time to leave and focus on him now and get ready for his midget racing and whatnot that he'll go on and do again. So we are now seeing Corey Eliason step into the KCP car. So you have seen 3 different drivers in that car in the last 3 months. So again, that just seems to be a team that has had a lot of issues and a lot of drivers and a lot of different things coming through. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens if they, if Corey can have a decent end of the year with them. Is that someone that's going to stay with them next year? Or are you going to see, like a Bill Baylog or someone like that finally go from being a owner to just a driver? It's going to raise some questions of what's going to happen with KCP next year. I don't really see a straight channel for them yet. It just seems like they always back on getting someone like that. And Corey is still a great driver, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with him the rest of the year. So real quick, we are going to take a commercial break, and we will be back with some more racing news and what's going on in racing in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
At Copeland Auto Body, we strive to be the area's consistent provider of advanced collision repair. We want all of our customers to have a stress-free experience when they bring their car to Copeland Auto Body. Give them a call at 641-653-2140. Find them online at CopelandAutoBody.com. Copeland Auto Body, located in Hedrick, Copeland Collision Center in Oskaloosa, and Copeland Towing and Recovery in Sigourney. For auto body and towing for Hedrick, Oskaloosa, and Sigourney, see Copeland Auto Body. Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You gotta stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook. Got a problem under the hood? At Sinclair Napa, we're here to help. No matter if you're tuning up the family car, gearing up your heavy-duty truck, or maintaining your boat, we have the know-how you need to keep your ride running strong. Whether it's top-notch parts, expert advice, or unbeatable customer service, Sinclair Napa is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Because at Sinclair Napa, we don't just sell parts, we're here to help you get the job done. Stop by today in Sigourney, Montezuma, Williamsburg, Centerville, or Ottumwa, or visit us at SinclairNapa.com. If you've had a run-in with a deer, a fender bender, or any sort of accident with your vehicle, take it to Tony and the guys at Sigourney Body Shop at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney. They'll get you back on the road in no time, and Tony will help you out with a free estimate. It's service with a smile at Sigourney Body Shop. Give them a call at 641-622-2022, or again, stop in at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney. Hey, thanks to all of our sponsors for making Tuesday Night Tune-Up possible. We're live from the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch. They are our lead sponsor. We thank Sigourney Motors, as well as Nutrien Ag Solutions in Keswick, Copeland Auto Body, James Family Greenhouse, Sinclair Napa, and Sigourney Body Shop. Let's go back again to Safe Grafke, who is sitting by at the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch.
Absolutely. Welcome back again, race fans, to TNT, the Tuesday Night Tune-Up. And as we continue with silly season in all of racing forms, Shark Racing has announced now that they have released Kyle Pruitt as the crew chief for the 1S car, and what a surprise there. It's getting to be kind of that time where I think people are realizing that it's time for some crew changes. And I have a feeling that this is the first of many that you're going to see here very, very soon. And just another thing to throw into the fire for it's definitely, call it silly season for a reason. And in my own experience and seeing all of this, it always seems to be right after Knoxville Nationals. That month after is where you see most of the drama happen, and so this comes as really no surprise that we see people leaving teams and whatnot as they get ready. They want to finish out the year and then get ready for next year somehow, and it's just another one of those things that happens, and I'm, again, not really surprised, but it is kind of funny in my mind that you get ready for, world finals, everything like that, and you're going to go ahead and bring some new people on board, but at the same time, they do have some good racing left in between then, so, I think everyone worries about world nationals, the world finals, and making sure that you have the best people in the best place for that, and it, again, comes really as no surprise. And then one other thing I want to talk about is, has anyone seen Brad Sweet's mullet? It is absolutely horrible, and I don't know if he's going through like a midlife crisis situation or something. To me, it's just silly, so that kind of goes along with the whole idea of silly season. Is I think that should be the next announcement to come on Facebook, is that Brad Sweet has decided to part ways with his mullet. It's just horrible. I don't understand it. A mullet? Really, Brad? Is that classy as the owner of the High Limit Series? Maybe it is. My opinion, it's time to get a new haircut, my man. Mullets are, I guess, in racing right now. So Brad Sweet with a mullet. I know you've seen Aaron Reitzel have a mullet. You've seen some other guys. Some guys can pull off a mullet. Brad Sweet is a guy that cannot pull off a mullet, especially with that bright ginger hair. It does not flow well. So hopefully we'll see a haircut change make the news next for Brad Sweet, who has had Casey Kane wrenching on his car now, and that team seems to be hitting on more cylinders. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with the Big Cat the rest of the year, or as they call him now, Big Bad Brad. That is a tongue twister. I like Big Cat better, but that's just me. And then, if you didn't know this, here's some news for you in the world of late model racing is Ricky Thornton Jr. had a great Knoxville National late model, and then he just goes off and wins the Jackson 100. And everyone's kind of like, wow, Ricky's starting to find his thing. But did you know his secret weapon has been Brian Burkhofer? I mean, talk about a guy with some pedigree right there. Brian Burkhofer is coming on to help the 20RT team here, the Kohler Motorsports car, and I would say at perfect timing. I mean, having a great Knoxville run and then getting ready and winning the Jacksonville 100 and getting ready for the end of the season. No better time, in my opinion, to bring someone on like Brian Burkhofer to help out other than now. So, again, I know Ricky's had kind of a rough year. You haven't seen his name necessarily up there as much, but he's, again, kind of a newer team. He hasn't been there quite a full year with them yet. Just some other things, moving back to the Indianola, Iowa area and, just all that. I know it's been a lot going on for RTJ this year, but it's good to see that he's getting some wins finally. And, again, who else better to help him out than Brian Burkhofer? So, that's going to be really cool to see what happens there with that team the rest of the year. It's also cool to see that we have the Front Row Challenge coming up here at the Southern Iowa Speedway October 11th and 12th. So make sure you come out in a few weeks on Friday and Saturday. Support your local dirt track. We are starting to get into the fall special season. National points are over. Big money's on the line. It's going to be some great racing action. I know for a fun fact, small spoiler alert, one of the reasons you're going to want to come out to the Southern Iowa Speedway is there is one driver from this area that is coming out of retirement and is going to run at the Monster Half Mile. Can't give any names right now. Not going to tell you who. You're just going to have to come out to the Fall Challenge and find out for yourself who will be racing that has been a retired driver for a little bit. He's been doing some other racing, other kinds, but he hasn't been on the Monster Half Mile in a few years now. So I'll get you all kind of geared up right there. It's going to be an exciting Fall Challenge at the Southern Iowa Speedway. Again, if you want to watch any of the high limit racing, you can check them out over on Flow Racing. World Outlaws are on Dirt Vision. A lot of great racing left this year still, so we're going to see what happens. Again, I want to just thank all of our wonderful sponsors that have given us an opportunity to have TNT, the Tuesday Night Tune-Up. We definitely want to give another shout-out to the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch. Again, Kids Night tonight. Make sure you guys come here on Tuesday nights. You can see Steve and myself, and you can have some delicious pizza, and kids 12 and under eat for free. My name has been Safe Grafke. I have been your host here tonight on TNT, the Tuesday Night Tune-Up, and we will see you all here live at the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch next Tuesday night.
And we thank the Oskaloosa Pizza Ranch, Sigourney Motors, Nutrien Ag Solutions in Keswick, Copeland Auto Body, James Family Greenhouse, Sinclair Napa, and Sigourney Body Shop for being our sponsors.